Well, I think we have some concerns about the preparedness of the velodrome and some of the other facilities, but we're very, very confident that the assurances that we've received from the Rio 2016 people will be delivered, and they're a great team of people, and we'll do everything we can to support them. We're assured that the velodrome itself will be finished and ready for some trials in early June, and we're looking forward to that. Yeah, we have a really good working relationship with WADA, with the national anti-doping agencies. We've put in place really genuinely independent processes now. We've learned the lessons from the past. We've reviewed the situation. We don't have any possible conflict of interest any longer in terms of our role of promoting the sport and the role of disciplining the sport. We've separated those processes, so I don't interfere, the UCI Management Committee don't interfere. We could have an announcement tomorrow of a top rider, top team, and I wouldn't know about it until maybe a couple of hours before it's in the media, and that's absolutely how it should be. We don't interfere. Nobody's protected, no rider, no individual, no team, no nationality. If people have cheated, we'll catch them and we will prosecute them. There will never be an end to this issue. There will always be people who try to cheat in any walk of life, whether it's doping or any other form of cheating. I believe that, and I've said this many times, that you can separate sport into two groups. There are those sports that are that have a doping problem and are trying to do something about it, and I think we're one of the leaders there. And there are those sports that have a doping problem and are still in denial about it. And I'm not going to name any sports, but I think people know and understand that. And sooner or later, if you're not taking this problem seriously, it will come up and bite you on the backside. What's important is that all nations, all individuals, all sports treat this problem with the seriousness that it deserves and do it independently, impartially, and make sure that clean athletes can continue to compete in any sport, in every sport, and still win. And as I've said again many times before, it's our responsibility as the people who run sport to make sure that families can bring their children to the sport and know that they can go all the way to the top if they have the ability and dedication, without having to lie, without having to cheat, without having to take things that might damage their long-term health, and without having to spend the rest of their lives looking over their shoulder. And if we can't do that as the governors of sport, then we've failed, and we cannot fail, and we're not going to fail in our sport, and I'm sure other people running their sports equally don't want to fail. We're trying to spread and develop our sport around the world, and we're having some difficulties in men's road racing in terms of trying to move things on and develop and reform the sport. And ASO, the organisers of the Tour de France, are in a little bit of disagreement with us, but I'm absolutely confident that we can find a solution there. We're working very hard to find a way forward. I'm confident that we can do that. The nice thing about cycling as well is that it's not just elite sport, it's a pastime, it's a way of keeping healthy, it's good for transport, it's good for the environment, it's something that really appeals to everybody of all age groups, and it's good for governments as well, because what are the things that concern governments, what are the things that concern us in the developed world? It's health, it's obesity, it's environment and so on, and cycling can tick all of those boxes. So, I've said this many, many times before, again, you don't have to spend a fortune on a carbon fibre bike, although I'm sure the industry will be happy if you do. You can buy a bike in your local bike shop, go out and enjoy cycling just for the fun of it in the country lanes, wherever you live, whatever country, whatever part of the world.